Alright, I think we're recording here. I'm just testing out this emulator and whatnot. This is your good old friend. Well, not really a good old friend, more like a person you know from times past and to present day. It's Demonius X, and you should know who I am by now, and if you don't, then you need to pay attention or watch older videos and whatnot. Sadly, I'm not drunk tonight. Right now, I'm perfectly sober, but that's okay. I went out for a run, and a couple people have mentioned that they would like to watch this a pre-recorded of one of my favorites in terms of conversions. This is the Super Nintendo version of Magic Sword. It's one of my favorites from times past. Now, this version is a little bit, I guess, shittier than the arcade port for a couple of reasons. One, there's no two-player mode, and that was one of the big key factors. And two, obviously, things have been scaled back to work on the Super Nintendo. Personally, I like this version. Now, if you're a person who was a big fan of two-player games, then this version was not obviously for you. If you didn't mind the single-player aspect of it, then it was perfectly fine. Now, the thing about see, I don't know where I'm going with this. Basically, during this time period, I guess there wasn't as big enough ROM chips to make two-player games accessible on the SNES. But you know, games later, like around 1993-94, Capcom did release a lot of two-player original sequels of franchises like Final Fight and Final Fight that had two-player modes in it. You know, and it had arcade quality style graphics and sound. Now, a lot of people love Final Fight 2. I honestly think it's one of the worst side-scroll beat-em-ups of all time. I mean, honestly, when it came to beat-em-ups, the Sega Genesis has the Super Nintendo beat in lots of ways. There's only two beat-em-ups I consider myself a big fan of, and that would be Final Fight 3 and Ninja Warriors. Those were like my absolute favorites. To this day, I still like to play them through every now and then because they were fun. So we're gonna see how far we can get on this game. There's a lot of things about this game. I like the soundtrack. I like the gameplay. You got 50 floors you got to go through, and then you got to fight. I think his name is Blackthorn. I don't remember. I always get that in the Astyanax for the NES. Their Thorn Dog, that was his name. Is it Blackhorn? You know what? It's been so fucking long. I don't even remember. Anywho, I was surprised that they ported this to Super Nintendo. It came out of nowhere, and I was like, you know, when I was a kid, I used to go to Little Caesars down the street where I used to live. Then it became a Caesarland and closed down. But anyways, that was the arcade I went to a lot as a kid, and I played some of my, all-time favorite games there, except Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat was deemed too violent. Go figure. But they had, it was the first place I played NBA Jam and Get the Ninja. Some of the classes in this game have different abilities. Like the ninja and the thief can see hidden walls and treasures. And like mostly treasure chests. But as you get, the levels are very short. I mean, there are levels that you can either just stop and go up, or you can continue on to get more treasures and shit. But I'm the kind of guy who doesn't really give a shit about getting treasures and shit because they don't necessarily help you as much as you would like them to. Like the one I have equipped right now is the Gauntlet, which increases sword play. I don't notice a difference between the sword play of having the item and not having the item. It's probably just a minuscule amount. It's pointless. It's a gimmick. I just like to get through a game as fast as I can. No, I'm not a speedrunner by any means. I'm just the kind of guy who just wants to beat a game and get it over with, you know? And don't expect any amazing gameplay here. I'm not a good gamer at all. And if you've seen some of my past videos, you'll see that I completely suck ass. She's a level 1. No, let's see if we can find somebody better. No, trap wall. In the arcade outside, they yell, "Help me!" And it's like, nah, fuck, you can rot in there and die. I don't give a shit about you. Fuck off. Okay. Yeah, and it also gives you little tips and hints in between the stages. Like poisonous mushrooms will numb you. Well, thank you. No shit, Sherlock, jackass. We appreciate it. We appreciate the bullshit little tips and hints you want to give us. I mean, this is an arcade game, and it's not something... God damn it, kitten. No, you are not to jump up here. Not this time. Go away. I swear, these cats, they have like a radar. What's that? Daddy's playing a video game? Let's go bug him. And as you know, you can't play a video game when you're holding a cat. I mean, games like Diablo, maybe. Ones that are one-handed. One-handed. That would just be wrong as hell. Fuck, holding the kitten while beating your meat. Yay! No. Now, furries might be into that shit, but furries are fucking ridiculous. We won't get into that. There's other places that could discuss those annoyances of life. Furries and brownies. I mean, leave it to the human race to come up with the most dumbest, disgusting forms of life to ever be conceived. Leave it to people. Now you know why I hate people. Them and their actions. I'm not perfect. I'm a person. I'm shit too. I'm shit with you guys. But I'm shit for different reasons. Like, you all accept certain forms of what people do. Like, you probably accept bronies and everything else that's been discussed on my vlog. See, I don't accept that shit, and that makes me a bad person to you. So, you know, in a way, we're all, you know, equal. I hate what I hate, and you hate what you hate, and the list goes on. I love the boss music in this game. Always have. The arcade version, of course, sounds hella better. You goddamn fucking dragon. Take your lightning, shove it up your ass. It's almost done. It's a very simple boss fight, and it's very early in the game. But whatever. He's dead. Money does nothing except give you score. And then, of course, you get different blades every time you defeat a boss. You've got a samurai sword. Hi! Why? This is obviously not mythical Japan. Why not a broadsword? Why a samurai sword? Oh, I forgot. This is Capcom. Fucking xenophobic pieces of dog shit. We gotta have samurai or something Japanese-esque in our games. Fuckers. Sorry, I'm drinking my water. Because when I go out for a run, you know. Oh yeah, if you get the book, kills all enemies on screen. For a limited time. Cats, go fuck off. Fuck off. Thank you. If you're yelling, my wife was trying to help me out there. I love cats. Don't think I hate my cats. I love them to death. I would do anything for them, but sometimes they get on my nerves. I'm pretty sure some of you have animals that get on your nerves. Like, I used to have dogs that got on my nerves, but I loved them too. But unfortunately, I mentioned in one of my vlogs that Hamlet had to be put down, and it still bothers me. Speaking of dogs, assholes. Let's see. Speaking of Super Nintendo games, though, I've been trying to actually beat. I know this is going to sound funny to some of you because I'm not a big fan of sport games, but I do like NBA Jam. I used to play at the arcade, like at that Little Caesars arcade the game where they had this. And anyways, I was playing it the other day, and there's a sound effect or voice clip you hear when you steal the ball. It goes "deh." And every time I hear that, I can't help but just start laughing uncontrollably. And I don't understand. It's not that funny, but for some reason it is. It's like is and isn't. It shouldn't be that funny, but it is. I had to pause the game and, like, you know, laugh to the point where I couldn't laugh anymore. It was just that funny to me. Just dead. I mean, seriously, let's try that. Let's go to a basketball court, you know, ask the fellas that are playing basketball there, if there's any, that, hey, let's play basketball with you. And then when you steal a ball, go deh. Or have them go deh. And let's see how they react to that. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We can't react to things anymore because a certain group of brothers has, I guess, trademarked that word. Or has. I don't know. I don't know, that whole fiasco, I don't care. I think Fine Brothers is a piece of shit. I've always thought that way. I never found their videos interesting, and I can't believe some of you actually watch that stuff and enjoy it. Ooh, you react to something. Oh my god, it's that amazing. Fuck off. And they get like 14 million views and views from other people. It's like, really, guys? There's other shit to watch than stupid reactions. And they're fake. I'm willing to bet you those kids get some kind of money for reacting a certain way. It's like, okay, here, we'll give you $50 if you react to this shit. I'm willing to bet. See, like, remember how I mentioned levels are short as hell? Well, there you go. I just went 2 steps and there's the door. I could have further went along and got treasure, but the hell with that shit. What's the point? I mean, if this was back in the 90s where people used to record high scores and put them in magazines so you can be noticed for your hard work of trying to get the highest score imaginable, or the 80s even, back when they used to announce them on the news reels and shit. But it's not important. All I'm trying to do is see how far I can get. And I have beaten this game, so hopefully I can do so. Sometimes I don't get that lucky, other times I do. So. I hear water, let's hurry. Maybe it's somebody taking a leak. You don't know that, dude. Fucking little bootleg He-Man running around here with the sword. I'm surprised he doesn't hold the sword and go, I have the power! And then shoots the bitch with the lightning bolt and she becomes a she-bitch. Oh, Jesus. The mental imagery of that is just, no. No, thank you. Unless you get our favorite group of people, the furries, they'd be like, "Ooh yeah, I'm gonna fap to that shit later on." Oy. Whatever. You know, as long as they don't put their fucking beliefs down my throat or try to, I'm fine. You know, really. It's just I hate when people want to take their beliefs or what they enjoy in life and shove it in my face like it's a pile of shit. That's no bueno. Don't like that shit. Don't like that at all. Never have. You like what you like, I like what I like, and I have my beliefs just like you have yours. But we live in a world today where, like, everyone just does not... You're not allowed to have an opinion anymore. And it's like, oh yeah, you have an opinion, but it's wrong. It's like, okay, what the fuck then? Then you can't have an opinion because it's wrong. I guess how Weird Al Yankovic has once said, everything you know is wrong. Oh, here's a second boss. I'm gonna take this cane, this big old dildo with a skull and shove it up your ass and make you call me your mama. Well, no, but still. It's another, I think it's another chimera. Yeah. I think I said that word right. Chimera, whatever. Speaking of chimeras, there's a game on the Super Nintendo I really loved called Lagoon. It's a very, very hated, for, you know, obvious reasons. The attack system especially is pure garbage. But there was a boss. It was a chimera. It was in Philip's Castle, I believe, and the thing that made me mad was I wasn't high enough level to defeat him. And there's a way to milk the bosses, too. If you sit there and jump in front of them and just wail on them, you'll usually attack them a shit amount of times without failing. So, anyways, there's a chimera in that game. And when I was a kid, I used to get so pissed when I couldn't get past a boss, I would literally cry like a little bitch. and that was one of them. And then I was reading in a Nintendo Power that I wasn't the only kid having that problem. And they were telling the kid that, you know, to get up to level 17, and it should be not a problem. Well, they have a similar inventory system, like in the game in East 3, Wonders of East, and you get power rings and shit. And I think I remember equipping a power ring and beating him at level 15. I'm about to die. But you have continues. I think you have 3. See, now I get a broadsword. Now, see, why couldn't they give me that before? You don't need a samurai sword. This is not feudal Japan. This is not old-style Japan. But we're Capcom. We're Japanese, so we got to throw something with Japanese in it. I don't have a problem with Japanese. I like Japanese. I'm not what you call a fucking weeaboo or whatever the fuck you call them. No. I like Japanese culture. I like European culture. I find stuff fascinating. American culture is boring as hell. I'm tired of it. It's boring. There's nothing good about America. I can't say one good thing. I mean, yeah, we have freedom. Whoopie fucking do. Whoop-de-doo. That doesn't matter anymore. But, yeah, I better shut up before all the patriotic faggots out there. Oh, but we can get married now? Oh, my God. Fuck off. Good for you. Just, you better not. And I mean, don't ever tongue wrestle in front of me. Otherwise, I will kill you. Well, I won't kill you, but I'll beat the shit out of you. I don't give a fuck. I arrested for hate crimes and shit. I don't care what this country tells me. I will not ever agree with homosexuality. Ever. Okay, we're going to hear this annoying sound until I die. And if you're offended by what I said, I don't care. That's why you see this is my icon. This. Fuck you. I don't care. Go watch a faggot on YouTube. Like Onision. There we go. Perfect example. Yeah, 3 continues. Or PewDiePie. He's a faggot. Yeah, he has a girlfriend, but that's his cover-up. See, he's still a faggot. So, go watch him, if you like faggotry. Or you can sit and watch somebody that is tired of this nation's bullshit. Acceptance. Suck a dick. Do. Sorry, I love the music in this game. Now, I mentioned this before, and I'll mention it again. When I was younger, I used to have a radio. It was only one speaker because the other speaker blew out on it. But it had a built-in microphone. And I used to turn up the TV as loud as I can make it before my mom would be like, "Scotty, turn that down!" And record the music from games. And I would put them on cassettes. Like, see up there, there's a hidden treasure chest. Bam. I didn't know she could do that. The only ones that can't do that then is the knights, the priests, and that's it. I don't know what that blue orb does that I have. Like, a lot of the treasures, I don't know what they do because I don't have the instruction manual. But as far as I know, the only things I know what does something is that Gauntlet causes better sword play. And the diamond ring, the diamond ring allows the lizardman that fights against you in your party. The reason why I like the Amazonian, or this archer bitch, is because she's fast, and it's nice to have someone that is willing to, you know, attack enemies at a fast pace. I hope I have the volume levels good on this. I'm going to listen to it before I upload it, and if it's good enough, I'll upload it, and if not, I'll have to do it again. Damn it. Yeah, they play this. They play the same 4 songs over and over. I don't mind them. As long as they're good songs and not, like, goofy ones, then I'm fine. Want to know a game with a goofy soundtrack? Fucking Loco Roco. Jeez, and Patapon. My wife loves those games, and they just annoy the shit out of me. Be sitting in here just doing something out here. Pon, pon, Patapon. No! No bueno. Oh, god damn it. Wow. I didn't... There's 50 levels. I just used my second continue. I could... I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, but we'll just see how far I can get. I meant to grab that key. I'm so stupid sometimes. It's just like, grab the key. So, that's about it. I was trying to do a stream yesterday, and for some reason I couldn't get it to work right. But this new version of OBS seems to work alright. But I'm still a little skeptical about streaming. It's not that I don't want to stream. It's just so many bad things happen to actual good streamers out there who want to provide a fun time for people who enjoy watching them. And then it's not cool to, that some cocksucker out there don't like you, and they're just like, hey, I'm gonna call the cops on them and get them arrested. It's like, okay, we live in 2016. You guys have the ability to scan phone calls. And then they fucking give the most lamest excuse of all excuses, and why they can't trace the call. They can, they just don't want to. But then they eventually get the information they need to find the fucker who made that call and get him arrested, and they go to court and this and that. It's like, okay, it's like, you know what will happen to you eventually if you do that shit, but you still think it's necessary to go ahead and I mean, it's just, to me, it's just pointless. I mean, they think it's funny, and I guess it is to an extent, but then when your ass gets fucking locked up, it's not funny anymore now, is it? I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I'm a little skeptical about streaming. I mean, I'm not popular enough for that, thank God, but still, there's people out there that still want to stalk my ass. Okay, I'm going to switch it up because I need someone that can shoot projectiles at a good speed and is strong. And the Knight is a very good candidate for that, but I gotta go ahead and get him leveled up. There's a lot of icons that allow that, but I just don't know which ones, because like I said, I don't have the instruction booklet. I have the cartridge though. Not complete. I'm not one of those faggots out there that are like, complete in box, I need my games in complete in box. If it's fucking loose, it's the fucking game, okay? I just want the game. I don't give a fuck if it's in a box with the fucking book in it. I mean, it's nice, but it's not something that should be just what you want or what you need. It's just, it's stupid. Like, okay, I went to BitCon last year, right? And I bought Twin Cobra for the Genesis, and I also bought Blades of Vengeance, because they were they're only $20, which is a damn good price. I'm sorry for the annoying sound. So, fuck. I lost my train of thought. Because that sound gets in my head. I hate it. See, it says Gauntlet enhances swordplay. In what way? Anyways, I bought those games, and they came with the box, but they didn't have the book. I still bought them. I don't see what the problem is. I got the game. That's all that matters. I mean, if they just gave me the cart, I would have been happy with that. I've been wanting Twin Cobra for a long time because, well, I uploaded one of those the tunes in the game I really like. In fact, I plan on in sometime in the near future making a compilation with some of my favorite tunes from that era, and like making them in different volumes, because it makes no sense just to upload one tune from the game, you know. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, give me upload the whole thing, this and that, blah blah blah." And it's like, yeah, that'd be fine and gravy, but it takes a lot of work, and I'm lazy. I mean, I can do it easily. Fuck. Yeah, we are not going to make it to level 50. There's no way. But we'll just see how far we get. Ah, the Super Nintendo's nemesis. Slow down. I sometimes sit here and I wonder, how would the Super Nintendo fare if it had the processing power of the Sega Genesis? I mean, the Sega Genesis is in no way more powerful than the Super. It's not. It's faster, yes, and in some ways, it can produce awesome sound, knowing that if people know how to use the fucking samples right. But for I was gonna say, it depends on the game. Like, okay, like Gods. Let's put. I know that's it's a very obscure game. It's a very hard one too. I don't think I'll ever beat that, even if I were to sit there and practice every day, because the game is just unfair as hell. But some people can do that because there are people that are actually good gamers. I'm not, shit. The sound of the Super Nintendo game is awesome. It's one of the most amazing soundtracks out there that I've heard. But the Genesis, you know, given its better percussion abilities, just blows it away. And other games that had that same caliber is, see, Samurai Showdown on the Genesis is a better port all around. Not the biggest Samurai Showdown fan. I like the first one, but the other ones, to me, just felt like, I call them dragware, where they just drag a series on because it makes them a little bit of profit. Ah. Shit. This is a bad predicament. Yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna die. Well, that sucked. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and quit this. That was a pretty pathetic play, I might have to say. I don't know, let me look through my library and see if I can find something I can actually play. It's been a while since I played Magic Sword. I know, excuses, but alright, well, I'm gonna quit this and then find something else to give a try, and see how far I can get in whatever it is. Anyways, there's my mouse. Alright, well, that's it for that. I'm going to go ahead and watch this real fast, make sure it recorded just fine, and hopefully we'll be good. So, you guys take care of yourselves, and see you next game.